hottest station is now live for your enjoyment. With host, I Am Branded.
Brandon, don't act like you forgot my phone number.
Hey, I gotta make sure that 760. Every time I see, my screen thing is like, okay, I gotta make sure I keep it in. What's up, girl? Merry Christmas.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Hey, how you doing?
Did
I
you
just
miss
gave you
me?
a shout out too. Like, I
Did
just
you?
literally gave you. Yeah, I just gave you a shout out. Like, for real. I just kept telling people that, hey, you know what? Girls on the rise. Shout her out. Holler at her and shit. You know what I mean? Show you some love.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? What's up, baby? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I missed you yesterday. I had a movie audition, which was so random because, some stuff went down. I was actually there to audition for a blonde named Kelly, a pre-law student, and, I got my lines, shot to me the day before, and I was learning them, and then all of a sudden, I walk into this North Hollywood acting studio, and this guy's like, yeah, come on in, whatever. And he's like, who are you reading for? And I'm like, Kelly, hella prepared. And then he was like, oh, yeah, well, he was like, you're kind of the girl that we're looking for, but I don't have a Kelly. And I was like, okay, what is this for then? Why do you have a camera right here? And he was like, well, I'm shooting for Grindhouse, too. So I was like, what? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong room. And he was like, no, will you still read for this part? I guess this 3 o'clock girl didn't show up. And I read for the part of Molly. And I guess Grindhouse, too. I never seen the first one, so I didn't know. And I cold read with him on that one. And then I went straight over to the next studio to do my lines for Kelly, I was like, man, I forgot these lines. I have no idea what I'm saying right now. I'm thinking of Grindhouse on the brain. I'm just like, oh, I just messed this entire thing up right now. I was just laughing, but good thing the dude hit me back. He's like, yeah, we want to retest you for the Grindhouse too. He was like, definitely you did good. So I'm glad I did good on one of them, but just down and out because I was like, man, I could have nailed both those,
Yeah, but you still got that opportunity to get that other one cracking too. So that's
right.
big, you know what I'm saying? That's the important thing. The important thing is you still got a shot at that. So you got an opportunity to knock that one. Now, how'd you do overall with that one you finished up though?
You know what? I did really good on Grindhouse. I did good with the Kelly thing. They both are shooting on the 5th, and as you know, I got a part in Kilo's movie, so I start filming that on the 4th. And it might just be, God, because the one that I was going for, the Kelly role, starts shooting on the 5th, and the Grindhouse actually starts shooting at the end of January. So it would be, better,
There you go.
But I did just finish up a commercial for this company called, it's a product called Bev Mule. And it's actually I just shot the commercial. We shot it at Angel Stadium, and I look hella corny in it. It comes out January 28th. It'll be nationwide. It's an infomercial. So you'll see my ass getting drinks spilled all over me and shit like that. I was like, are you serious?
Hey, but you know what? And it's just I always, every time that, somebody say, hey, how you know Blonde Baller and stuff, and I just start talking about you, you know what I'm saying? We've been knowing each other for so long, and I'm just so proud of you that you're able to kind of, move past the reality thing to, doing some of the stuff you want to do. And that's big because, it's just like we always say, everybody kind of got that little, stamp on them as far as being on reality shows. But you making moves. That's big, though.
Oh, thank you. I look out mad for you,
Hey. That's a mutual feeling because I'm proud of your hustle. I ain't never seen nobody outside of, a handful of other people that really go grind like you do. So, you know what I'm saying? You love our company.
I love you so much. You don't even know. Man, I felt so bad yesterday when they were like, yeah, you can't, do the show tonight because you're in the middle of your, shooter, in the middle of the auditions, and I was like, man,
Oh, no, that comes first. That comes first.
I know, but still, I like doing this because, we click, and, it's just, people don't even know we click on another level. I got your gift today, and you told me not to open it, so I'm not opening it unless you want me to open it. So
Christmas Day. That's how it goes down.
I'll be calling you
For For real. Nah, it's just, a lot of people don't know, but, they will because, they're going to start seeing a lot more of you. And, like I said, you are a very easy person to respect. So, that's why it's inevitable that things are the way they are. And like you said, it must be God because that's how I see it, you know what I'm saying, interacting with a lot of folks. So,
he doesn't make
it's
mistakes,
official,
So.
Exactly,
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. So I think I already gave you a Christmas shout out, but I want you to shout out some people, you know what I'm saying, on the eve before Christmas Eve, you know what I mean?
Man, okay, let me see. This is a couple shout out. Of course, Brandon. I gotta shout you out. Merry Christmas. Definitely my family, my mom, my dad, and my sister. I'm watching my nephew right now, just looking at him sleep. Kids are so peaceful when they sleep. And definitely I'd have to get a shout out to my boy Marcus from UNLV, my girl Kat, Brittany Quintana, and definitely my new friend Demetrius. He's a new friend, so I'm definitely trying to like hold down everybody, but definitely my girl Sassy from Real Chance. I really love her a lot, and just everybody, like, basically, like, even my haters, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to the haters. I don't see why you have haters, like, you know what I'm saying, as approachable as you are and all kinds of, like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I got haters, but you know what? They should get paid because they work 24/7,
Hey, they do. They do.
They really do. And
anybody got some
do
negative talk, yeah, and they do it. They do it to the point where it's just like, hey, if they keep talking about you, hey, you must be doing something right, because, most people, they tend to do that. Like, the more you have, keep talking about a certain person, hey, just go ahead, keep doing it. Haters, I love you. I love all the haters. I have no problem with you. Just you keep doing your thing, and I ain't worried about you. You just keep putting my name in your mouth. For real.
For real. I just been like, dang, for you to be, constantly talking about me, especially when you don't do anything wrong, Like, there's nothing big that I'm, you see some of these reality star girls, and they're just doing, like, crazy shit, and you're just like, wow, I can't believe they did that. It's like, you'll never see me doing crazy stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I don't do stuff like that, so I'm like, okay, like, low-key, all I do is ball, and that's it, like, so, I mean, you're not going to really catch me doing nothing retarded,
No doubt. And you were missed yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my girl Fettuccine. She definitely came in and rocked out with us. It was definitely a fun night, but as you know, it's never the same without you, you know what I mean? So, ladies' night ain't official ladies' night without my girl BB, you know what I mean? So it was cool, you know what I'm saying? We did some stuff. We did just to, recap with some of the people that didn't get a chance to check us out. We dedicated that show to breast cancer awareness and stuff, and you know what I'm saying? And we had a real good conversation about relationships and, you know what I'm saying, why is it important.
Dang, can I have done that with you? Like, I really need some therapy.
Hey, you know what? Like, we can always do shows like this. We could always talk about it, you know what I'm saying, like in between, whatever guests we slide in. But we had a real deep convo about just, the fact that I was putting it out there, like women, love y'all to death, as a male, even though there's a lot of males that's, dirt bags and stuff like that when it comes to not taking care of their ladies. But, we as males, we need to go ahead and appreciate y'all women, because if it wasn't for y'all women, there wouldn't be a lot of different things going on, you know what I'm saying? So, we definitely had to put the ladies on the pedestal last night, so we did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We rocked it. It was definitely hot. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I wish I could have had that one, because I had a lot to say about some things. I told you low-key. I just been thinking about a lot of stuff, Definitely, on a guy tip, all guys, you know what I mean? I don't want to say all guys are the same, because it's not like, blonde ball is having trouble. It's not even like that, because, there's so many different things you could do. You can, you know what I mean? You have somebody, you meet at a club, they're not down to be like your soulmate or nothing, you know what I mean? And nowadays, you don't know who wants you for you, or who's like, man, she's hosting the club, or you never know. So it's just like, it's just lately, I just been thinking, like, where did I know people say it, but, like, where did all the good-ass dudes go? Like, I know you're a good dude, Brandon, I'm not talking about you. But I'm saying, like, really, though, like, you just see people getting hurt right and left, like, dudes, I have all guy friends. I see them do some slimy things. I'm just like, you know? And then you have people who, like, put you off, and you're just like, okay, if you want me in your life, you put me there. It's like everyone has an excuse for something. And I'm like, 2010, I'm changing that. Excuses, you know, they're just like belly buttons. Everyone has one, you know? Like, really.
Yeah, but you know what? There shouldn't be, especially if it's somebody out there that's trying to put an effort towards getting to know you, and if y'all click on a level like that, then it should be easily acknowledged. Like, hey, you know what? I want to work on this. You do too? All right, cool. Let's go do what we got to do, and it shouldn't be
That's what I'm
a
saying.
reason.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
shouldn't be a reason. It shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's so funny is that most guys, they'll do that like that, and then most guys don't know that girls aren't stupid. Like, even if you say, like, yeah, I want to get to know you, like, unless you put in a full effort in, you know what I mean? Like, we still know guys talk to other girls on the side and stuff like that. Like, we're not stupid. Like, really, I'm being completely real right now. Like, I know the games that guys play, like, yeah, you're the real one. I would never do nothing wrong. Like, unless you're, like, really committed to that person, I mean, you know what I mean? Communication is key. Like, not one text or two texts or some stuff like that. Like, if you really want someone in your life, like, you'll put them there and you'll, like, make a full force effort. You know what I mean? Like, I want someone where you're, like, if you go to a club, you ain't got no feelings about them going, or, you know what I mean? Like, someone just the same, like, give and show love. And it just gets so old when you just play, like, tag team games, or it's like you already know what, even girls, you know what games they're going to play before. That's sad when you start calling it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even hurt. You're just like, yeah, I know exactly what, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what I was thinking. I should write a book. There are so many different types of guys, but you can categorize them. Like, you could have the jock. You could have the good dude with slightly bad tendencies. You could have, like, there's dude, like, then you have the fathers who really do try to find, like, good women because they were already hurt if they're, like, single. You know what I mean? There's so many dudes, but really you can line every dude up into a line and make a category out of them. Like, you know what I mean?
Because,
like, you have,
because, you know why? Because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of guys that do have not just a certain preference, but it also kind of goes into, like, a lifestyle that, you know, will make them more comfortable. So, you know, which is the reason why, you know, certain dudes will tend to, you know, be quote unquote players, because, you know, it's in their lifestyle to not want to. It's even though they may say it to you like, hey, I want to be in a relationship, but their actions is gonna tell you something different. If their resume is the same old resume and they ain't throwing nothing new your way, then you already know what kind of game they playing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, you know,
and you know what's just the funny part, though, is that, like, I'm saying, like, not even dudes who are just trying to be players, but, like, people that you can call. Like, I already knew, I told you when I met you. Like, Brandon's a cool-ass dude. I knew you had to have a little girl even before you told me. I knew you had to have a kid because of the way you don't disrespect women. You're not, like, there's just, like, like, you can tell who's a father. You could tell who's a player. You could tell who has money and gets girls. You could tell who has money and invests it and keeps themselves low-key. You could tell somebody who's pretending like they're a good dude, but really they have, like, 15 girls on the side. You can tell who's a jock and who's really faithful to their girls and who's a jock. Like Tiger Woods. I knew that fool was pimping. You can just tell by his demeanor. Nobody is that perfect. I was sitting there like, this fool's a pimp. You can ask my sister. I used to be on like, Tiger's a pimp. And then when it came out, I called my sister, what did I tell you? Because she used to be like, no, Tiger's the best. I'm telling you, I was like, dude, that dude has, I'm telling you, like, you can categorize, like, you know, Tiger, Kobe, like, you know, Shaq cheating on his wife, like, the guys who act holier than thou, but they're not. They have this freaky tendency. Like, I want to write a book called, like, Signs and Symptoms, where girls can pick up a book and turn to the page they think a dude is and have signs and symptoms for them. Like, yeah, you walking out the club, that fool, it says he has money, but he rolls up and he has some, like, you know, whatever jeans on, and he's walking with no car. You know what I mean? Like, you could just tell who is just talking, you know?
Yep.
Like, I just feel like I want to write a book.
But you know what? Your experiences and your opinions, to me, I think is important. It's just like I said on last night's show. Like, the best gift that you could ever give a woman is to learn more about her, study her. You know what I'm saying? Learn her likes, her dislikes, her wants, her needs, everything you need to do if you really want to get to know somebody and if you really want to take it to another level. You got to study your girl, you know what I'm saying? You got to learn, because you ain't going to know, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going to know. The more you around her, the more you talk to her, the more you spend time with her, the more you're going to know exactly what she like, what she don't like, what she need, what's going to please her on every level. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
not
for
only
real,
that,
I feel you.
give a damn about it. Not just do it just because you want to do it. Like, it's so many people that'll do it once a week, and that's not enough. You know what I mean? You need to do it around the clock. You have to embrace your lady. You have to show the lady that you care around the clock. You know what I'm saying? So it's important, but a lot of people drop the ball because they don't commit full force. They just do it half-ass. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, for real, I feel you. And you know what's even funnier is that, you know how you say like guys study your girl. Like, I really wish some guys would study their girl because, like I told you, I boss, so I have a lot of dudes, you know, who are friends, and I want to tell them like, but I'm just like, you're thinking your girl's checking up on you because she's like this great girl, but you know what I mean? She's out here doing, like, girls do exactly what dudes do, they just do it better. Like, to be honest with you, like, I'm not saying all girls or all guys, but I'm saying, like, some guys really do need to study their girls because as they're playing someone, they may be getting played themselves. Because I've looked at some girls and I've been like, dude, this girl is on point with her, like, gangster. Like, she is really, like, on her dude's, like, trail, but she's out and I've heard, like, oh, yeah, you're doing some things. And I'm just like, I want to write, like, some kind of book because I feel like there are so many different kinds of, like, people in this world, but you can categorize them all. I don't know.
I
It's
agree.
just crazy.
I mean, I agree because I feel like, you know, you could do that with men just like you could do that with women too. It's a lot of women you can put into a category too. You have your dedicated down to earth woman, your dedicated down to earth mom. You have your materialistic chick. You have your your chick that's completely goal driven, but she doesn't particularly want a relationship or she doesn't have time for one. Or you have your goal-driven chick that actually wants a relationship. I mean, you know, it goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, when it comes to me personally, like, you know, somebody who said this last night, but, you know, of course you got to make sure you love yourself, you comfortable with who you are,
right?
You comfortable with how you rocking, and then if somebody else is going to fit you, meaning they going to blend into your circle and they they have the same beliefs you have, then it should work. It should work if you really dedicated to do it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. You know, yeah.
Somebody just asked me on the email about, you know, as far as, you know, relationships and entertainment and how it's so, you know, so twisted. And it's same thing. It's dedication. You got to be dedicated. Like me in my profession, I ain't trying to be super famous. If I'm good how I am. I'm comfortable. You know, money's good. I'm not worried about all the extra fame that comes involved. But if I get involved with somebody because somebody asked me if I'm single, and yeah, I'm single, you know what I'm saying? I'm
not for long. No, just kidding.
I'm not worried, but you know what, B? I'm not worried about, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, I guess find that one because that one is we're going to find each other. You know what I'm saying? It's going to work. It's going to work because we both want it to work. One thing that I never had in my, you know what I'm saying, 31 years of living is the simple fact that I haven't had that other person that was willing to commit and put in work like I do. A lot of people say, oh, you work too hard. Hell yeah, I got to work hard to keep your ass. I gotta know what I need to know, you know what I'm saying, about you and how to take care of you the way a man should. So I think it's important. You got to do it, like I said, around the clock. And I think that's important. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, yeah, definitely. And, you know, it's the same thing. Like, I think that, you know, entertainment as far as relationships either work out, don't work out, because a lot of people who are in the actual entertainment industry are so, people don't know that, but so extra weird. Like, not like that, but it's just like you allow a lot of stuff to go on. So people who know things are happening because the money's so good, they don't really care. And so that's why I always say, just like, you know, I've always told you, I don't want to get involved with anybody like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing what I'm doing for money. That's what I want. But the extras that come with it, like, I mean, I just feel like it's more money. Like, nobody really stays together in the entertainment industry because it's like you're required to, you know, separate or not be faithful. Or they say, you know, have this persona that you're single so it sells more, you know? And it's just like, I always tell people, like, you know, when you get a good person in your life, like, it's a blessing. And that's what I always tell people, like, when you have a good person in your life, it's a blessing. But when they start, like, being messing up, like that's when that blessing becomes an obstacle, and I'm going to have to move you out of my path, So I just tell people, like, it could be a blessing or it could be an obstacle, but you got to choose. And, it's like when you look at someone, is it this is going to be a great relationship, or you look at them and, man, this is going to be hell of a breakup. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you really got to pick and choose just because someone's cute or does it like this or does it like that or has money. Like, I always say, like, you should write down all your flaws and all your intentions with someone on a little Post-it and give it to them that night and see if y'all are the same. Because, like, you never know what people's intentions are with you. I just feel like they should be blunt. Like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, see, being blunt, it's kind of good and bad. It's kind of good. When I say good and bad, I say that because I don't want to be too out there, and especially early on, because I really want to get to know, what I'm saying, that person. But I don't want to, like, make it obvious, like, wow, you know what, you're going to be my wife. You know what I'm saying? You say that first day, that's going to scare some people and shit.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, for instance, like, at the club the other night, someone was like, ooh, girl, whatever. Let me take care of you. Let me take you out. And I was like, hold on, let me guess. You're going to do something different that no other guy's done, and you're going to take care of me, and you're going to call me, and you're going to do this, that. And I was like, man, it ain't nothing else but you want to, you want to jump in bed tonight, and then you want to just do your thing tomorrow. Like, why don't you just be real? Like, for real. Like, you could just tell the way they're smooth talking. Like, it's like the same old thing. Like, it's like when someone comes at you with a different, like, instead of like, ooh, hey, like that, when someone actually comes up to you and they're like, hey, what's your name? You know what I mean? Like, people are just more interested in, like, not getting to know you when they're hollering at you like you're, like, some kind of little, like, piece of something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like when people come at you respectful, and it's just like, I don't know, like, to be blunt with people, like, what are you really hollering at me for? Because it's not like you looked at my dress in my head and you thought, damn, she has a big head, so she must have a really big brain, so she's really smart. You know what I mean? Like, I look at people like, are you serious right now? Like, okay.
Oh, shit. Hey, you know what? And I'm not even impressed by that whole, that whole thing. Well, I'm going to do something to you like no other man has done, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just weird that, people still do that. I thought people, I used to do that when I was 19 and didn't.
Right? That's what I said. This is like high school. Like, people in high school.
But you know what? What I can do, the only thing I can do is just show you me and how I am and how I treat you. And you make your own determination. You make your own determination if I'm that dude you want to rock with. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could give you. I could just give you me and how I am and how I want us to be. And then if you cool with it, if it just so happened that, it ain't been put down like that before in your lifetime, then so be it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just going to continue to move on with it.
It's all about actions, show me and I'll have questions. Involve me and I'll know, So it's just like, don't show me or talk about what you can do. Like, involve me in it. Like, actually do what you say,
Exactly.
Like,
yep. We tipping down at the bottom of the hour on this Wednesday music radio show on Vintage Music Radio. Blonde Baller, Branded in the house, and I think I got the 925 up there, but I'm going to play a quick song, and I'm going to go check and see who that is, and we're going to go ahead and get it cracking. This might be my man, and we're going to get into some of this, the screenwriting, music, videos, movies, all kinds of stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, we're going to keep it lit tonight. If y'all want to call in and voice your opinions on anything me and BB talked about, call in 347-215-8653. Yeah. Send them emails. Send them over to Branded at vintagemusicradio.com. That's music with a K. Make sure you follow my girl, Blonde Baller. Hit her up on the Twitter at VH1 Blonde Baller, and make sure you hit your man up, Branded at I Am Branded. This is Wednesday, Christmas. Hey, if I didn't tell you, we're going to keep it lit. Who we got tonight right now? We got a whole squad of people. We got, Carter and Carlisle Productions. We got some people that need to be recognized, from Hood Famous Films Entertainment. We got movie screenwriters, directors. We got the whole panel of peoples right now. So let me just first off just say happy holidays to the panel.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
They forgot to say something.
How you doing, Blonde Baller? Good. How are you? Good. We watched you. We keep it entertained over here. We love the reality shows. So good job. Man. What's up, Chris?
Go ahead.
I was saying hi to you.
Oh, I'm good. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, for sure. You sure you ain't started on that eggnog a little early?
Hey. Keep it on the low. But now I appreciate you guys calling in. You know what I'm saying? I know it was short notice and stuff like that. But once y'all tell the people out there on Radio Land exactly who y'all is, what y'all rock, what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And let's go.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we are Carter and Carlisle Productions. We also have the director that we are working with on the phone, Antoine Rollins, who is the director of SUBAS. It's an acronym for So You Want to Be a Star. That's SUWBAS. We are from Oakland, California, and we are screenwriters who just started a shoot for an independent film called The Scraper Boys, which is our first project. And we hope to have many more.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
My name is Thomas Carter, and I'm also from Oakland, California. I hooked up with Shalisha Carlisle about 5 years ago, and she turned me on to the whole little movie game. And I've been writing music video treatments as well as writing movies. We have a wonderful cast. We had a casting call about a month ago, and 2 weeks ago we had a casting meet and greet, whatever. We have a wonderful cast, a great up-and-coming director like an Antoine Rollins, and we really look forward to working on this project. Being that it is a Bay Area film, most California screenwriters, they always take it from the Southern California point of view with the with the Southern California lifestyle, and us being from Northern California, we wanted to add the Bay Area flavor to the film industry.
And also to give you a little more info on what the film is about, it's a story within a story about a young man that moves from New Orleans, California, and he is unfamiliar with Oakland culture. He's unfamiliar with certain aspects of the hyphy movement, the scraper cars, the motorcycle clubs, the drugs, the violence. He's trying to find his way, and he has a father who cares a lot about him. He runs into a female that he ends up dating, and she cares a lot about him too. And in the midst of that, there is a motorcycle club leader who is has been the victim of a home invasion. So
hey, Shalisha, don't tell the whole movie. It's a good movie. Everybody gonna know what the movie about. Time is in and
All right, so
wait. He was like,
hold on. It's two clubs. One is trying to find 100. It's two clubs. One is trying to find where the money is at, and the other one's trying to find out who killed his wife. And it's all about who's gonna get to it first. That's the story in short. Boom, bam, bip. There you go.
My man. Hey, go ahead.
Also, saying we do poems. Shalisha Carlisle, like she's a great poet. She wrote a religious film. And also wrote a love drama called Love is a Shadow. And I'm working on another project called Simon Says. And we also write music videos. So if anybody needs a music video written or directed, you can contact me or Shalisha Carlisle. And if you need that director, you can contact Antoine Rollins. We can give you the email addresses, the phone numbers. And
Okay. On that end, Thomas, you don't know you're my new manager, so you got to contact Thomas to get to me. Just put that out there. Thomas is Lisa I'm on the new management.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then also too, basically like what we really want to do is we trying to bring Hollywood to the Bay Area, because the Bay Area does have a lot of talent. But growing up, we was always told to be like the next Michael Jordan or the next Beyonce. And we didn't have, anybody telling us to follow, like, the film direction, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And my motto on success is I always tell people sometimes that, like, you never want to be famous, you want to be wealthy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And also, a lot of people don't know that a lot of our black films aren't even written by, you know what I'm saying, African Americans, whatever.
Right.
And we also need more, you know what I'm saying, African Americans behind the scenes, you know, makeup artists, stylists, wardrobe, directors, screenwriters, and things like that.
And one of our main aims, just to add to what you were saying, Thomas, is that we aim to give.
Okay, hold on. Can I say something, please, Alicia? Say something.
Okay.
Let him do the interview. We ready for your interview, man.
What I was saying is that we want to give the underdogs a chance, just like the Slumdog Millionaire Project. There have been projects out there who have gotten Oscars without having necessarily big-name actors and actresses attached to the film.
Agreed.
And that's why Thomas put it out there about what we're looking for. We try to find a place for everybody who wants to be involved.
You know what? It's cool, especially, you know, now that you guys had a chance to, you know, kind of get your feet wet as far as different interviews. Because I know Blonde Baller has been actually working on different, you know, film projects with other people. And one of my questions that I do have for y'all is, like, when y'all go about the casting thing, like, you know what I'm saying, what is it that you guys particularly look for? Is it just someone that was born and raised from the Bay, or, you know what I'm saying, someone that can kind of like be a quick study and kind of learn a little bit about, you know, what's going on with the, you know, with the project in question?
Oh, okay.
Well, the first thing we do is start at home. So we reached out to people that we know first. And we also posted a couple ads different places, but the word of mouth effect seems to have a better result. So we don't discriminate. Of course, if someone comes from a different area and they know a little bit about the culture, that is a plus. However, anybody can be schooled about it, and if they are able to get into character, we're happy to work with them.
And then also too, we I went out to you know, different like churches, and I tried to get the people, you know, who had been like in different religious plays. I went to different junior colleges, and, you know, basically passed out flyers to people like who were taking drama. And then also too, you know, like we have a very diverse cast, whatever. Because I always tell people that, like, we're not making a music video, so every male and female don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, the most finest thing out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have to make it kind of real, you know? Yeah. And a lot of films like that we watch that are black, sometimes they try to be a music video, and in reality, like, every woman ain't gonna be like no trophy, you know.
No doubt.
Try to have like a mixed cast, and we try to make it, you know, as real as possible, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I just got a text from somebody that kind of, you know, wanted to know a little bit more about Antoine Rollins, because, you know, a lot of people saying the name sounds kind of familiar. So, you know, tell some of the people a little bit more about you, bro.
Antoine Rollins, well, you know, the name Rollins is a popular name due to the fact my brother played Major League Baseball, and I actually played minor league baseball myself. But what happened was the minor league baseball didn't work out, just like a lot of people for sports. So I just decided to start a new career. You know, I didn't want to be the person that's 30 years old still trying to play sports. And next thing I know, I landed out, I started as an editor. Once I became an editor, I started going to school at the Academy of Art. And from there, I realized, and a lot of students realized, I had a lot of good work. And I hooked up with this guy named Devin Hampton from Philadelphia, and he works with a lot of directors. He actually has a film with Twist and Powell, Universal Pictures, and from there I worked with Rocky Jacobs, which is from Rush Films. The next thing I know, I'm working on this movie. You know, it's about 6 or 7 years of hard work and determination, but now I'm at the point in time now where all the blessings, all the hard work is paying off. Now I'm having an opportunity to do what I want to do, is really not really to just to direct a movie, but to make people stars. And that's why it's called Suba, So You Want to Be a Star. And I remember those days when I was younger, when I said, how can I get on TV? And my whole reason for living right now is to get those people who want the opportunity to become a star, as far as on the movie screen or on the videos, to give them that opportunity so they will never be able to say that they never had that chance.
That sounds awesome.
Hey, man. Hey,
There's something else that I forgot to mention. You know, I am American Idol contestant number 32,191. I was featured in several articles in the Rolling Stone, USA Today, Microsoft NBC blogs on the internet. Basically, it was a ploy, a little, I don't know what I was trying to do, basically trying to step into the behind-the-scenes thing by making the connections. I went to support somebody, and I actually ended up making it to the judges. And for people that don't know, that just watch it on TV, you actually have to go through 2 rounds of producers before you get to Paula, Simon, and Randy, which is now, I believe, Paula, Simon, Randy, and Ellen DeGeneres for the upcoming season. So, you know, that was something that got a lot of attention. It was a little negative publicity, but they say no press is bad press, but that is something that I've done. And I was also a contestant on Flavor of Love Season 3, but I didn't make it. But I had a good time auditioning in Sacramento at Club Zucos, I believe.
Okay.
And what else? I've also gone out to chase the dream as far as making connections, going back and forth to L.A. I went to meet Russell Simmons. He autographed my book, Do You, which is a good book on just reading about how to go about the success that you're trying to achieve, starting with the ground up, you know, not just wanting to jump into the game and say, oh, I'm big, I'm this, I'm that, just because I'm famous in my family. I expect you to respect me. It's one of those things where I will sweep trash in front of your store if that's what it's going to take me to make it. Wash cars, do whatever it takes just to get your foot in the door. I mean, a lot of top models have been mailroom clerks and, you know what I mean, things like that.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Just,
and also, basically, I'm a hustler. I'm about my network. So anything
Hey, I see that. You trying to get into every arena possible. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Anything that's going to keep me connected, that is not going to be, you know, a denouncement of myself or something I have to sacrifice my integrity for, I'm willing to do it. And I write poetry in the third person for events. I've spoken at many young people's funerals, just trying to be a good ear for the young people to stop the violence and realize what's important. And I let it be known that I do serve the Lord. I have my iniquities, but I do love the Lord. And that's something that I also encourage young people to do, is pray.
And also too, you know, Shalisha mentioned stop the violence. You know, violence is a big issue in the world, as well as in Oakland, California. And maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, a friend of mine had lost her cousin, and me being a writer or whatever, I'm like, and dealing with, you know, hip-hop and entertainment, I sit down and said to myself, what can I do that's in relation to hip-hop, like that I can make a change, whatever. And I remember about 20 years ago, like all the East Coast artists got together, and they created a song called Self-Destruction. And basically what that was it was a Stop the Violence campaign song. And about 2 years later, like all the West Coast artists got together and created a song called So We All in the Same Game. I pretty much brainstormed, sat down for about an hour, and I basically written and constructed a new hip-hop Stop the Violence campaign, like that will feature all the major, some mainstream artists, whatever. You know, I have a couple, some producers that's interested in this project, putting it together. They're getting all the different the mainstream artists together, from Gang, Lil Wayne, Snoop, Nelly, Mary J. Blige, Dalvin from Jodeci. Pretty much all the mainstream artists will be like on this song and music video, saying we want to have a alternative ticket for gun drive. Basically, we're trying to get all the different sports teams involved, and just twice a year, people can turn in their guns, and I'm saying they can get some different sports tickets and stuff like that, whatever. And then also too, like a portion, like of the proceeds, what I'm saying, will go, to pay for people's like funeral arrangements, whatever, like who have been victims of violence, and then also too like a charity fund like will be set up for children that have lost their parents like to violence, whatever. And then also,
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
I was wondering, can we let him ask some questions, please?
Okay.
Before we do that too, that is a good point. But Thomas, you had a lot of good things to say. Before we move forward, I just want to say that I love having the privilege of working with such great people. We communicate. We like the team aspect of everything because we know that so many people that we meet, as well as ourselves, are trying to reach a common goal. And I just want to give a shout out to all of the bigwig people. You know who you are. I'm not into name dropping, but thank you for taking the time to sit down with Thomas and me and talk about the game and talk about things that people normally wouldn't talk about to a rookie or to somebody that's chasing a dream, because most people just want to know, okay, how am I going to get some money out of you? We really appreciate it, and I'm sure at least one of you is listening. So
it's one thing I gotta say real quick. One thing though is, and me and Blonde Baller, we do shows and stuff like that, and to be as informative as you guys are, I'm rocking that. Like, to me, like I'm not gonna speak for B, but I know Blonde Baller has a question and stuff like that. But one thing I do appreciate, and I know when I was talking to my man, Thomas, a couple of times last night and today, I could hear the passion in his voice every time that, he talks about just what he's trying to do. The Stop the Violence movement is real near and dear to him and stuff like that. So I definitely want to tell, all three of y'all, like, the more I hear y'all talk, the more I hear the passion from what y'all got to say. And you making me a believer, you know what I mean? And you making a lot of these people on this radio land right now like, wow, they really getting it in, you know what I mean? So, it's big to have a good audience of people listening to y'all, not just y'all movement, but y'all passion for trying to be able to do the right things in your eyes, and that's real big.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm saying we appreciate it, and like I said, to the people in radio land out there, like who's listening, if you have a dream, me, Shalisha, and Antoine, Rollins, I'm saying we all want to believe like in your dream. So we encourage you, if you have any type of dream to be like a actor or a movie director, I'm saying you can contact us. Feel free to contact us. If there's a guy who wrote a story like when he was in prison, whatever, and he needs a job, I'm saying we'll try to help him develop his storyline and just, we all about trying to do positive things, like to do wealthy. Meaning to be wealthy, whatever, because a lot of us, we take those chances of becoming wealthy, like doing negative things, but we never take our God-gifted talent, like to do positive things, like to become wealthy or whatever. So, we're just trying to give people, especially from the Bay Area, opportunity to say, you know what, I don't have to be a rapper to be rich, I don't have to be a drug dealer to be rich, I don't have to be the next Raiders athlete or, a baseball star. I'm saying I can actually be in makeup, like for the longevity, like in the business, or wardrobe, like for the longevity of the business, or, like a movie director, like for the longevity of the business. I can make it like in the film industry.
And what some people forget too is that it's not about the money. If you have the talent, the money will come. It's about respecting yourself and keeping your word and being the best that you can be, always willing to give your all and not being afraid to believe in yourself enough to tell certain people thank you for your time if they're not exactly what you're looking for. If you can't come to a common ground, don't waste too much time worrying about that, because there's so many people out there who are willing to reach out and are willing to help.
No doubt. B, you got a question for the producer panel tonight on this Wednesday Vintage Music?
Man, they're just doing like a good job informing people. But if you could like shout out a email or like Twitter or whatever you have where people can contact you. Okay, no problem. My Facebook, my URL is www.facebook.com/Almond Roca, like the candy,
ONDROCA. And my alias on Facebook is Young Stunner. That's 2 words.
Google me. You'll see me. No, it's playing.
And the movie page that we've been promoting for the last 5 or so years is also on MySpace. That's www.myspace.com/Scraper Boys Movie. That's S as in Sam, CRAP as in Paul, ER, B as in boy, OYS like Sam, M like Mary, OVIE. www.myspace.com/Scraper Boys Movie.
I have something to say. I never seen Blonde Baller, but she sounds beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Everywhere, doesn't it?
Man, I have to look at that.
Hey, you ain't gonna comment on how the host rocking tonight, or you know what I'm saying? You just gonna gravitate to the
the host is right. The host, we did a great job as a production team, but you know we was all excited, so we just kept on talking, let y'all ask no questions. But the host, thanks for listening to us. Thanks for listening to Shalisha. Thanks for listening to Thomas. My little 10 seconds of what I had to say.
Thomas and Antoine, did you want to share your email addresses or your URL?
Okay, Shalisha, let me tell you something right quick.
No.
I want to say something about Thomas. Like Thomas said, we not discriminating against anyone. We understand that we all have family members, being a black person who sell drugs or do all that or whatnot. But we want to give those the opportunity, even if you're doing that, if you want to invest your money or invest your time or you want your story to be told, we're there for you. So we're not knocking nobody. We love everyone, but we want to give those the opportunity so they don't feel like they're taking penitentiary chances on the streets. So we're going to give them that chance.
So if you want to reach me, saying I don't know my Facebook URL, but like if you would like to type in my email, it's Thomas Carter, ThomasCarter-77@hotmail.com. And also too.
Is that your name on Facebook, Thomas Carter?
Yes.
Okay.
And then also too, if you need a music video written or R&B song.
Still there?
Hello?
Oh, I think they must have dropped off. Yeah, It looked like their phone died. They was just giving it up. But actually, if y'all want to get a hold of him, make sure you hit him up at thomascarter-77@hotmail.com. Also, make sure you hit him up on his MySpace, which is myspace.com/tfamous, TFAMOUS. And
wait,
also,
what's his MySpace?
It's myspace.com/T, like Tom, famous.
Okay, I'm going to have to look him up real quick.
Yep. Also, make sure you go, if you anything going on, make sure you go ahead and call him at area code 209-298-9791. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody like, wow, you throwing his digits out there, but no, it's okay. He's a business guy. So, call that man for some business stuff. Once again, his number is 209, area code 298-9791. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they'll be calling back shortly. And, actually, you know what, B? We had some people actually, kind of asking some questions about the whole little relationship thing. So we had a caller from the 909. If you want to call back, you most definitely are welcome to do that. Also, people that want to go ahead and throw your comments in, you could do that as well. You know what I'm saying? I know if they have some phone issues, they'll probably call back and we'll give them a proper, thing or whatever. Actually, as I speak, we got them right back on the line right now. So I know y'all have technical difficulties, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, it's a live radio, so it's all good. You know what I mean? So hey Thomas, I kept it lit for you. So I told people to make sure they go to thomascarter-77@hotmail.com. Make sure people hit him up on the MySpace at myspace.com/T, like Thomas famous, T famous. Make sure you go ahead and hit them up on the MySpace thing as well. And hey, one question that I do have for y'all is like, gotta politic my girl. You know what I'm saying? Blonde Baller. I know she's been tapping into the music, the movie game and stuff like that. So if she wanted to do a little screen thing or whatever to kind of, check for y'all on the movie thing. How can she be able to get in contact with y'all? Yeah.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hold on 1 second.
Hi. I'm sorry about that. I was on the phone, but I had to get Thomas back on the line and Antoine. So, and basically, what you guys missed, Chris was just saying he kept it lit for you, Thomas, and he just said your email address again and told the Radio Land and everybody who else who wants to contact you how to get in contact with you through your email address.
Yeah, and my other question I had, too, is, like, you know, if my girl, Blonde Baller, wanted to try to audition for one of the available spots or whatnot, you know, is it real, you know, I got a pilot ticket. So, you know, if she wanted to get on, is, you know, how can she reach you guys as far as, you know, information-wise?
Okay, well, off the record, we could give our phone number.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we actually need a blonde for one of our roles in the Scraper Boys that we have available right now, depending on your availability. We'd love for you to be a part of the project.
Definitely.
I just seen a picture of her earring that she ain't gonna do it, Shalisha.
Why?
We'll talk about it. We'll negotiate.
I see you got a little. I know you got personality. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, dang. I just found you on MySpace. I was trying to be all friendly and everything. Well, forget it.
We see that we see, as you can see, Mr. Rollins brings a lot of humor to the project.
Oh yeah, so, Mr. Rollins is an official guy. So you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Antoine Rollins. You know what I'm saying.
And then also, Mr. Host, too, so we also have a role for you, like, if you like it, too. We can, we do have a little radio bit, you know what I'm saying, where they're actually advertising a event like in the film, like in the Hispanic community, they are known for having a lowrider show, you know what I'm saying, a lowrider car show. Well, like in this black film, you know, like we wanted to have African American, like a car event, you know, like where we have a car show, like where we have the different, in the Bay Area, like the youngsters around here, they call their vehicles scrapers, and but basically we were going to have pretty much all the different clubs, from the Merrill Boys to the Scraper Boys Car Club and different car clubs as well as motorcycle clubs, all come together for a wholesome gathering, and also the cause is going to be, like a Stop the Violence picnic, whatever. You know, kind of like we got the idea from back in the day, like when they used to have the different festivals at the lake venues and things like that. Of course, we don't have that, whatever. So we was trying to get that appeal of having a gathering, you know, amongst all the different car clubs where, like, everybody can come out and pretty much chill, and it also goes to a good cause. And the way that we're going to have it set up, if everybody bring one canned good, whatever, we can, feed, several different families, you know.
See, I love that, you know what I'm saying? You working and at the same time making sure that, you know what I'm saying, we take care of some stuff on the charity level, too. That's definitely good business right there. So, you know, I'm down, man. You don't even have to ask. You just tell me where to go, and I'm there. Give me a script, and I'll rock it. I'm ready. I'm ready now. Can we go do it now? Like, I'm down. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Just email me or text me the script. If it's one word, if all you need is one word, I'm good. It'll be the best word you done ever heard.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to tell you about my solo project. It's called The Revival, coming to a block near you. And a lot of young people don't really know about God. They've heard about him, and they see older people going to church if they happen to not be raised in the church. And basically, it's about a young girl whose fiance was a D-boy. For those of you in Radio Land who don't know what that is a male that sells drugs, specifically crack cocaine, D for dope boy. And the feds come in the house and arrest him and stuff, and she's trying to find Jesus. In the midst of her trying to find Jesus, the day she gets baptized, her parents are murdered, and the person that she
met on MySpace and is now in love with happens to be an eyewitness to the murder, and she's already in love with him. So the movie is real emotional. You know, she doesn't really know what to do because she becomes guilty by association, and as the streets start looking for him, who the media thinks basically snitched, and he used to serve her parents too, by the way. So she's really caught up emotionally, and you know, the story goes on. But in the midst of the story, there's a lot of preaching, a lot of church scenes, and it shows basically the pastor taking her under his wing. So there's hope. You know, there's a lot of young people out there. Your circumstances might not be the best, but if you can hold on to your dream and just know that where there's a will, there's a way, and, you know, keep God first, get an education while you chase your dreams, and just, you know, just have something to fall back on, too. I'm big on that. And, you know, just to put that out there.
But before we let you guys go in a little bit, let me ask you this, because it sounds like you guys, I mean, off top already know, you know what I'm saying, B, have my back, you know what I'm saying, that you guys and girls are a ball of passion when it comes to this movement y'all trying to do in the entertainment business with films and, you know, videos and stuff like that. You know, what can you tell these people out here? Because I think you probably already did a little bit, but what can you tell these people that's coming up in your same craft? What can you tell them, you know, as far as trying to, you know, lift them up? Because I know it's so many people that's just like, it ain't no money in it, or, you know, they want to do it for a certain reason, or, it's just, you know what I'm saying, it's not, you know, they want to do it because they love it, but then they start, you know, wanting to throw it away because it's not popping as hard as it should.
Well, I can say that the first thing is to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you or take you seriously. And second, you have to dig deep enough to find that passion. For me, it comes from just leaning on the Lord. A lot of people might not know him personally or might not be the most religious person, but other than that, you just have to find your passion and know that you're going to make it one day, and not so much be in it for just the money, be in it for the love of what you do. Because when you love what you do, there is something that exudes from your personality that shows the passion, and people will reach out to you. And I also think being humble is important. Don't think that you're better than, you know, the people who are trying to teach you, or even your teammates who are your equals. Like, we can all learn from each other.
And also,
please, y'all been talking the whole time. I want to just be able to hit on that subject, what he was saying. I mean, I've learned from being with a lot of people in this industry, it's one of those industries where when you're working on a project, you have to have a job. So don't quit whatever you're doing on the income. Another thing, everybody's not going to be impressed with your work. But just because they're not impressed with your work doesn't mean that you're not good. You just have to come harder next time. These are one of those industries where you got to keep on improving. So although you may not be where you want to be at and people are not supporting you, you make them believe by just going harder. And don't get mad if somebody's not supporting your cause. Because one day they will support your cause, because everyone watches movies, watches videos, and watches television. It's all about to get on there. Then when you do have your bandwagoners, you tell them, come on, jump on this bandwagon, because ain't nothing like having fans. Just keep that dream there. If it's not a dream, become a reality. And what I realized that when you're actually doing it, you're no longer dreaming it, you're actually making it happen.
And a lot of people on the set, too, sometimes forget that, you know, while it is important to have a job, if you are chasing a dream full-time, if you have that support from your parents, or if you're financially able to do that, you have to remember what your job is on your project. A lot of actors want to be producers. A lot of producers want to be directors. I believe that if you just stick to your script and do what you're supposed to do, everything will fall into place. And learn as much as you can. Don't be one-sided and not willing to pick up a certain task, saying, well, that's not my job, or I'm not supposed to do that. They call me this because I do that. It's a team effort.
And also, too, to learn to accept constructive criticism, you know, because, like I say, there are going to be a lot of people that's trying to give you some positive information, and you can't be, like, always being down on yourself or being negative, whatever. just, accept the constructive criticism because it is going to come. And also, too, like, believe in your dreams, even if they don't tell you that they're going to come true. And then also, just stay focused. Because your dreams can happen, I'm saying? I'm watching my dreams come alive right now, And I would like to thank everybody who's, really supported this project.
That's what's up. Hey, not only do I appreciate y'all for stopping in and hanging out with us, but I definitely, I'm definitely there for whatever y'all need to continue this movement because, like I said, me and Thomas, like I said, a couple of times we talked, yesterday and a little bit today, I can tell y'all got a lot of passion about what y'all doing. So, I'm behind it, and I'll make sure you guys get Blonde Baller's information. I'll just email it to Thomas. And before one more question before I let you go is, are y'all ready for Christmas? Are y'all ready for Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting there. I still got some more gifts to buy. I know that Santa, he ready to take off, whatever. But I'm trying to hold him down until tomorrow night, But I'll be ready tomorrow. Probably I'm saying I can say that, like, I already opened up my Christmas gifts months ago.
He said he opened his Christmas gift months ago. What's up? What's up with that, bro? Why you opened it months ago?
Months ago because we had finished the final rewrite of the script, whatever. So I was excited about that.
Okay. I got
and also too, and I was excited to have the final production crew and team. I was excited to have Antoine Rollins, attached to the project, like as a director. So I think that he's a pretty hot upcoming director. I'm already been like celebrating Christmas.
There you go. Okay, I got you. What about you, Mr. What about Mr. Rollins? You ready for Christmas, bro? Or did he drop off?
He hung up now.
I'm sorry, I'm here. Okay. I bought my baby. I brought my daughter.
His name is Antoine Rollins, a.k.a. the mute director. He pushes mute and observes.
I got my daughter's presents. I got my family presents. Just brought Blind Ballers some love, since she's on real love. I brought some love for Christmas. I'm gonna give it to you when I see you. I got you.
He bought Blind Ballers some love. Okay.
Yes. And I bought you. What I bought you? I bought you a box of opportunity, man. Got you a box of opportunity for Christmas.
And one more thing before we go, we want to give a shout out to somebody that's essential to our team. He's not on the line right now. His name is Franklin Wright, and he's one of the writers as well, a part of Carter and Carlisle Productions, and he works really hard to get our scripts together and contribute ideas to rewrite and things like that. So we want to say what's up to him.
No doubt, of course. And once again, I do appreciate y'all hanging out. And this is never a one and done thing. So y'all come back, promote your music, hang out with us. You know what I'm saying, and network like we always do live on the radio. And you guys are more than welcome to come hang out with us because this is definitely a hot spot. So, I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying we appreciate it. Saying, like, what I want to do, or maybe next time we can bring in, like, the cast, and, you guys can get to know the cast.
Let's do it.
And also, too,
we don't do one-night stands here, man. We go hard every single time, bro.
Man. We have a great cast, too, by the way.
And then also, too, maybe you guys can host the movie premiere party.
Hey, I'm with it. Hey, you already know, Thomas. Just point me in the right direction. I'm there.
Okay.
You eat gumbo? Y'all eat gumbo? I'm making some gumbo for Christmas.
Hey, I'm there too.
So if you're in the Bay, just holla, stop by.
Hey, you know what? And also, if y'all got some plans, or if y'all ain't got nothing planned, New Year's Eve. The Paramount, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be actually, kicking it with Cedric the Entertainer. So
I'm there. That's where I'm going.
Oh, you gonna be there? Oh,
yeah, I'm
gonna
be there.
You need to link up with me. You need to link up with your boy. For real. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, Stevie told me about that. He's supposed to be trying to hook me with that.
Yeah, we're going to have to slide you in a little media pass. We're going to get it cracking. So, you know, I'll off the air.
Is that for girls, too, or just for guys?
It ain't a boys club, baby, so, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Couples or what?
Give to Shalisa.
We got you. Hey, many blessings to you guys. Have a happy holiday, and you know what I'm saying? We'll be in touch. We'll make sure we keep it lit for y'all on these shows. And like I said, you're welcome to come back anytime. This is your home, all right?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You're awesome.
Blonde Baller about to be Black Baller in a minute. All right, get at you.
You just about to wait. Wow. Okay, I got you. Hey, have a blessing, you guys.
Thank you for listening to the #1 radio station for the people.
Nexxlegacy Radio.